Hey guys, Tyrup here, bring you a 2v2 today. We are on Alliance of Defiance. Playing today's point in the south, we have Potter's Mum playing as Soviets with terror tactics locked in immediately. The Viper Strike as US forces going for Infantry Company. From the north we have ps3YES as OKW, who has a breakthrough, Scavenge and fortifications. And finally, Sauron also as OKW with fortifications, grand offensive, and Overwatch. So the Patreon backer submitted game, but Allies range team rank 1 in the 170s, ps3YES around rank 90, Sauron about 240. There he is, top 200 with every other faction in the game. Few wee skirmishes, but looks like Pozmon's gonna make it across to this piece of heavy cover. Sauron getting whelmed a bit. Doesn't have support of the Kubel over here. Good focus fire onto the stern pies. Meanwhile, on the other side, Kubel getting stuck in, interrupting the rifleman, trying to plant the sandbags. Personally, I'll probably charge in there with the fork screens. Repair that Kubel for quite some time. Oh, could even lose it. Rifleman trying to get the kill. Oh, whoops. That can work there from me. And he stops. He stops. But the Rifleman don't quite get it. A couple bounces. Oh boy, that was a close call. Viper Strike hunting for it, and ps3 is almost giving it away. They're stopping briefly. Allowing a few more shots to connect. This is going to be an early officer tech, and it's a lieutenant for Viper Strike. And I don't have their fuel connected at the moment, so they haven't quite capped it. So, you know, like a fast M20 might not be on the cards, given their lackluster fuel control. And eventually getting forced away. You know, if you go one rifle down like this, hard to keep pace with OKW. Especially when they're using the Kubel wagon. It's about to get repaired up out the back. Ooh, Postman a little bit late getting the medics going. A lot of low health units back here waiting for some heals. And ultimately losing the fight over here. Kind of curious to see Sauron go for like an early Fusilier. Osman kind of giving up on that side of it, coming to fight in the centre. Now getting sandwiched though. Kubel has repaired back up. And typically if I'm up against the Kubel as OKW, I mean as USF, I will go for the bazooka on my lieutenant. Generally try to delay it until much later, but you know, having that big burst of damage from the bazooka, he helps contain the Kubel. Ambulance from Viper Strike as well, so not really utilising this fast officer tech. Hasn't gone for a 50 cal or like a fast M20. He's gone for mechanised at the moment. Still, you know, can start it shortly, but delay it by going for this ambulance. That being said, you know, the Kubel wagon generally does do a lot of health damage to squads. So if you don't get that ambulance, it'll be pretty tough healing up. Okay, anti-tank grenades from Pozmum. Connecting there. Put that Kubel out for repairs. We've got battle group up for ps3YES. Sauron a little bit slow getting his tech going though. Finally, with the assistance of the flamethrower, making a bit of a breakthrough on this side of the map. Finally going to get some fuel control, but been very strong from the Axis to this point. Got off to a strong start. Didn't quite get the bazooka shot off there, but did only drop one lieutenant model, so not the end of the world. Taking a while to dislodge these stern pies, but there they go. Got a early kidnap out for ps3YES as well, indicating that he's probably not going to be going for a light vehicle himself. Just to contain the US forces one, but... Okay, Viper Strike getting one now, but so late. I think he could have started production on this about... Well, maybe it's not too bad. Still... If you want it before 6 minutes, the M20 I would say. And Cosmo retreating there, early retreats. Kind of an awkward position by the time, you know, he had this cover wide off. There's nowhere really to hunker down and dig in, so I decided to get out of there early, which is understandable, but the Allies with shaky early territory control adding to their resource woes. ps3YES going to back this up with if she's pork gun. It is double battle group for the Axis, so no walking Stukas early on. Tier 2 coming up now for Potter's Mum. Also a touch late, maybe starting his tech. Going on for that 4 conscript start. We have the second combat engineer available to produce those tech buildings. M20, ooh, takes a shot. Backs away straight away, but yeah, it's not a great start. Hurrahing away from the Kubel. 2 more conscripts coming into the centre. Allies are still quite far behind on the victory points though, in spite of Cosmo coming into the centre and fighting quite often. Conscripts are just getting chopped up by this Kubel. Overwhelmed ultimately. Got a machine gun coming in now for Sauron as well. G43's on the Fusiliers, so these conscripts are going to have a really tough time. Causing the guards not going for an infiltration spawn, which is probably understandable. I think this is one of the only buildings on this side of the map. So, oh no, there's one back here. Maybe could have dropped them out of this building actually. Did the field a touch earlier. Oh, look at that cheeky grenade cancel from Sauron. Cosmo dodging, but jumps out of cover with that and ends up losing a lot of conscript models. Meanwhile, a bit of a flank here by these riflemen, getting some work done now. Coming in with the M20 also. The Rakitten is across there, going to line up for a shot. Just on the max range. And connects. Using smoke to get away. Probably not necessary, but might not have been watching that directly, so better safe than sorry. Quick look at the KD. Ooh, not as bad for Cosmo as I was expecting, honestly, but it's not looking good for either of the Allied players at the moment. Guards getting upgraded with the LMG now. I think it's a pretty good idea, you know, getting them quite early as well. They'll perform well against the Fusiliers throughout the match. See the Lieutenant killing off the sandbag with his bazooka, but interrupted. Cosmo making a pretty big formation here, but yeah, having trouble breaking through on this side. Could be an idea just to get a ZIS at this stage for Cosmo as well. If he wasn't planning to go for any light vehicle, he does have tier 3 up. Maybe he's still hoping to get a T70, but it will be quite late. In the field, maybe around 11 minutes. But you know, there's this, you know, it can do damage to the Kubel, of course. Barrage away the machine gun. Don't need it because your opponents are probably going to have a fast medium tank, so early this could have been a decent option there. 1919's equipped now on the rifleman coming in from the far side, and catching the Kubel there, getting a pretty good burst on it. Follow-up burst, not so great. Need to get in some cover here. So they're going to reposition for that now. We do have an infantry support gun on this side of the map as well. Do some nasty damage to those conscripts in the light cover. Early retreat there again. Oh, and Viper Strike going for the captain as well. Maybe sensing that the allies are quite far behind. Gonna need the anti-tank gun. Reasonable choice. Only for 2 riflemen as well, so you just have a little bit more room than you normally would have. An extra squad of infantry, and because he's got the M1919s, doesn't really need to take weapon racks. Makes that second officer tech a lot more affordable. Plus, I'm losing a combat engineer over here. Going for the rebuild on the and building the T70 now. It's T70 though, quite late. Even going to hit the field later than 11 minutes. Very, very late on that. Got some grenade working well there for ps3YES on the far side. Late T70 though. See how he does with it. We do have a Raketen on this side for Sauron. Panzer headquarters coming up for ps3YES is, on the front lines. Same story for Sauron, so it does expose them maybe to a time on target strike. Really retreat there, trying to conserve manpower. Overall territory control has been pretty rough for the allies to this point, and let's see if that T70 can turn things around. Just getting chopped up there out in the open. Here we go. T70 coming in from the side. More shots being blocked. Fair propaganda dropped down, and the Raketen's about to run into it. And get hit by that slow, and I don't know if that was an actual retreat or a propped retreat, but there he goes. There's a big breakthrough on the back of the T70 and fair propaganda. Oops. Uh-oh, while this is going on, 50 cal decrewed by a bit of a flank. And going to get stolen now as well, so that is really bad news for the Viper strike. Not what you want to be doing. Maybe you could fight this from light cover, but around the open, it's not a good engagement at all. And maybe at this stage, the allies should maybe just forget about that central VP. They're a little bit behind. Just hunker down on their respective sides of the map. Some Jaeger lights out now for ps3YES, having locked into Scavenge. Sauron, meanwhile, going for grand offensive. Yeah, obviously, that a long time ago. I think with these Fusiliers, he's popping up a flare. See what's going down long range. T70 took a shot out for repairs at the moment. Put this into detection mode as well, so going to see what's coming in terms of infantry. Oh, there goes the Raketen forced away, so now the M20 can get some major work done. I think I'll be driving point blank on this, trying to get max damage out of the M20, but staying at a conservative range there. It's going to be a pretty fast flak panzer for ps3YES. I've seen, maybe like 13-minute jobs before. Still a very respectable timing on this. Oh boy. Bit of pushing though. Do you see that? They kind of like went perfectly from one side of the cover to the other. Interesting. Some damage on the T70. Do have the Raketen there. Don't think it's going to be able to kill it, but you never know. Okay, good repositioning there. There's that Raketen. Still quite far off actually. M20 though, playing quite safely. Worried about it, I believe. We're back in now. Though, taking a lot of damage on approach here. It's one side of the building working quite nicely. Infiltration grenades, but dodges most of the damage. Anti-tank gun can't find the angle on the Kubel. He's switching sides now. Kubel hitting Vet 5 there. That's like a Vet 5 speed run. That Kubel getting there incredibly fast. 15 minutes into the game. Oh boy. Captain down on this side. Right as I switch the angle, Flak Panzer making his mark. This tank gun though, getting some damage on the Flak Panzer, slowing it down. Second anti-tank gun now for Viper Strike. I think that's a reasonable choice. He does have his major allies, you know, close to a tank, but allies don't have a fuel capture at the moment, so still could be, you know, maybe like 2 minutes away, 3 minutes away before his tank actually hits the field. Second Flak Panzer is going to make that window a lot easier
300 points
to
remaining.
manage. There we go. First disbarrage of the game, getting a monster hit too. And gets the D crew. There we go. Combat engineers maybe going to try go for the steal on that, and there's nothing really to stop them apart from that Raketten crew, but it's not much of a threat, so it's a good pick up there by Potter's Mum. 20, he didn't get 3, so he got it quite late, but he's been doing a lot of health damage. Gets away with the machine gun. A bit late pulling back the Zis here though. Looks like it's going to get away safely, however. Oh, 20 backs through, takes some damage, but very fast now at this high stage of vet, so pretty easy to dodge any follow-up damage. Light's providing some big sight there for the infantry support gun. And the Flak Panzer is actually going to switch sides at the moment. We've got a flare up. You see the position of the Zis. Conscripts do have anti-tank grenades as well. Zis setting up. Oof, AT grenade. It's slightly too early. Engine crit. So either way, Flak Panzer inactive. Not doing damage, so it's good news for the allies. A little bit slow pushing up with the anti-tank gun though, and the flares can see that. It's dropping in the 155mm artillery now. Hoping for the D crew. Not finding it.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Could be a reasonable time for a Molotov on this.
Infantry! Command house has been converted into the headquarters building.
Gets the capture. No. Oh boy, M20 taking a Faust. Got the Raketten coming in, hoping for the finishing shot. Viper Strike having a lot of trouble on that side of the map, but okay, opting for a Scott after the double anti-tank guns. It will really help dislodge these units from cover. Are coming across again. T70 in a bit of trouble, getting chased down actually. The VP's under 250 now for the allies. They're doing it tough at the moment. Tier 4 is up, and a T34 coming in now for Posmum. Oh, black retreat on this Jaeger. That could be dead. No Raketten in the retreat path. And 20's making his move. And there we go. So first major mistake by ps3YES, and he loses his Jaeger lights. He instantly rebuys them though. Damage tank guns, but there are some slightly awkward angles here. Oh, but there they go, they're threading the needle. Flak Panzer needs to get out. Takes 2 shots, a lot of repairs required now. And that should allow Viper Strike to reclaim quite a lot of territory, honestly. ps3YES maybe saving for like a King Tiger or something, I'm not entirely sure. There's a lot of resources floating at the moment. Sauron, meanwhile, think he's been stalling for that command tiger. A little bit slow hitting the button on it though. See me taking the engine crit, got a Zis barrage. Oh boy, Sauron staying in there for a touch too long. And the Zis barrage getting another huge decrew. Sauron is wishing he had that tiger right now. YSG's under pressure even. There is a mine here. T-34 might trigger that. Sauron going for the rebuy on the kitten. Oh, he's got all 3 tech trucks down, so maybe he's going for the King Tiger, not the regular Tiger. I didn't notice that. Goes for the recrew on the Rakitten. Doesn't quite. I thought he might be able to fire off one shot there. T-34 coming in, but bounces. Quite a rare bounce.
Anti-tank gun has taken the field.
Line triggers. Rakitten. Oh boy, one trick and that T-34 is dead, but the Sternpies have to get out. And they even die. Good follow-up there from the conscripts. He recrews the Rakitten. Instantly fires a shot with it, and now going to try to get out, but I don't think that's going to work out. Big casualties on that side of the map. Does mean that the other side rather undefended, so Viper Strike making a bit of a push. Should be able to regain quite a lot of territory. Might even be able to get the decrew here with another lucky Scott hit. Just switching sides here. Tank gun set up. Oh, missing that shot. Could go down though. Second tank gun a little bit slow sitting down. Pushing up now with them though. Gotta be careful. This could be a dead flak panzer. Double tank guns sitting down. And there it goes. ps3YES just trying to push it with that flak panzer. And he pays the price. King Tiger upgraded with the commander. Sees this T-70 long range, down it goes. No reaction from Plasmum at all. I don't know what was going on there. Pretty close to the resources for an SU-85 now though, so it's not all bad news for Plasmum. I honestly feel like the Tiger would have had much more of an impact coming in at that early timing. Stalling for the King Tiger has allowed Plasmum back into the game, I would say. So even though King Tiger, you know, more powerful, but sometimes timing is more important. Plasmum also maybe lacking 7-man upgrades on most of these conscripts. Wonder if there's like a set play from the allies where they want to go for double bombing strikes to knock out those OKW tech trucks. Maybe that's why he's saving his munitions, not entirely sure. But yeah, a bit of a shame to lose the T-70 as well. Recon mode can be a real asset against the King Tiger. Not gonna have that option anymore. Ooh! And that is the price you pay when blobbing sometimes. So like 7 kills in one shot from the KT. The shot on the Kubel. Kubel ace. Holding strong. 20 doing some spotting here. Sees that Rakitten, backs out. Ooh, greedy stuff there from ps3YES. 50 cal going down. Late on the retreat. Got the 155mm artillery drop down as well. Viper Strike needing to get out of here. A bit of a traffic jam though. Tank gun in some trouble. He's a little bit slow backing away with that still. Looks like that's going to go down in the center. Viper Strike did have the opportunity to get away with that, but looks like he forgot about it. Backed it far away, you know, to get out of the artillery, but not to get away from the infantry follow-up. King Tiger getting dangerously close to Vet 1 with that spearhead mode, such a menace. You have the Panzer Commander stacked with the spearhead. Very hard to deal with. ps3YES picking up the anti-tank gun now though, turning it against the Viper strike. Flares up, sees the ps385 out the back, allows the Raketen to connect. Second Raketen coming through as well. ps385 under quite a lot of pressure here. Infantry again is just too clumped up for Postmum. Could have been even more devastating than that. A lot of health damage. He's lucky he only dropped a couple models in the end. Oh, big damage. Could the Raketen follow up at his Vet 2? Ooh, misses the kill shot. Lucky break for the Viper strike. In this stage for the Viper strike, I'd probably recommend getting grenades. It's got quite a lot of munitions floating. There's not a lot to spend your munitions on in this commander. And, you know, a couple grenades will just knock out these support weapons so much more quickly. Open up squad wipe opportunities. This is one of the prime candidates for grenades, and maybe like as the squad is charging into close range on you to try to deal with your long range LMG rifleman, you can maybe throw a predictive grenade as they're incoming, like you do with guards sometimes. Well, we do have the bombing strike ready for Postmum. Do have the option of ram into bombing strike as well. Decent option if you can penetrate, and oh boy, ps3 is also going for the King Tiger. Do have that Jackson out for the Viper strike. And he's still got his M20, good line of sight option, and no Pants Commander on this KT, so it should be quite a lot easier for the Viper strike to deal with than for Postmum. Jackson though not in the best position to open up here. A bit too far back. Here it comes now though. 95 VPs left for the Allies. Axis still only have drained 12 points at this stage, but on the drain at the moment. Target coming in quite deep here. Rifleman coming in from the side. Should be able to get a snare off of it, I think. But it's not enough damage. All those bounces means the King Tiger didn't take the engine crit there. But you know how nice a grenade would have been maybe on some of these team weapons. Dropping in the artillery from the Major out the back here. Oh, that's Potter's mum actually dropping in his artillery. Oh, that's over here. Ooh, okay, Potter's mum making a move. I didn't see it. Kills the Kugel. Big damage on the King Tiger that's still alive. This looks like he might have gone for a ram play, but maybe King Tiger didn't get penetrated by it. Looks like, you know, the bombs came in from the far side as well. A little more plane travel time. But yeah, those bombs, you know, they can work, but they are a bit slower. Certainly not guaranteed. If you're close to the center of the map. Cool, and there's this. Big damage. This is where the Major doing spotting and the M20 doing spotting for the Jackson is very important, because without that, you know, you're just dropping rifle models, costing yourself a lot of manpower. Double Scott barrages, and there we go, knocking out the Raketen. forwards. Got to be careful. Get knocked out quite easily. There we go. That's what I was going to say. One shot from like an anti-tank gun plus one shot from the King Tiger, and that's all it takes to knock out a Scott. Rakitten decrewed out the back here. King Tiger perhaps slightly overcommitting. Driving forwards, looking for the Jackson kill. Jackson spins around, anti-tank gun pushing up. Oh boy, there we go. This time, ram into bombing strike, gets the kill on the King Tiger. Well done by Plasmom. HT very low, but hanging in there. Scott Barrage, anti-tank gun very low. Oh, Jackson goes down though. Sternpires with the Shrek coming in from the side. Some rebuy on that though. Please don't lose that major. That's so good for sight. There we go. The army size, you can see the Allies are still far, behind, but not as much as previously. Ooh. Well, minus one more conscript. T-34 in the build, rebuying that. Jackson about to pop out as well. Sauron has quite a lot of units over here he can salvage, or Rex. So he should be able to boost himself back up on fuel quite quickly from here, but the Axis starting to lose their grip on fuel control. Getting left behind over here, maybe can get picked up by Viper Strike as well. No, he's going to kill us. But yeah, I would really like to see some grenades from Viper Strike in this scenario. 500 munitions at this stage. Propaganda coming down. Quite nicely. Don't see that too often. ISG retreating from the Fear Propaganda, one of the rare moments. Good decrew there on the Rakitten as well. Do remember that the Fear Propaganda does give you like a received accuracy penalty. I think it's about 25% as well. So you are quite a lot more vulnerable to that small arms damage while it's active. Decrew there, a lot of decrews for ps3YES. He lost his Volkswagens in the center as well. Spearhead mode though, getting some nice suppression as well. Fresh Obers out for ps3YES. Got a Jagdpanzer meanwhile for Sauron. I think that's a reasonable choice. Does have the double Rakettens, but heading into his anti-tank capabilities. The Axis are really struggling on the fuel control at the moment. Allies turning things around nicely after that King Tiger kill. Maybe up to this walking Stuka to turn things around for the Axis. T-34 coming from the side, but good Rakitten positioning. T-34 looking for the ram though. Here he goes. No penetration and no munitions for follow-up. A bit suicidal there by Posmum, honestly. Maybe he thought he committed. I think overall the Allies need a bit more sight before making a move like that. Maybe, with coordination could call on a major recon pass, see the location of all these anti-tank guns and whatnot before making an aggressive medium tank assault like that. Would be quite nice. Reactions on the M20. Jackson out for repairs at the moment. And here we go, walking Stuka lining up for Sauron. Didn't use the smoke / recon. Ooh, but catches the combat. He's repairing and he knocks out both squads. That was devastating. Maybe there was a flare up that I didn't see. I'm not entirely sure, but that was a monster Stuka. There's 3 squad wipes for it and 2 barrages. Oh, okay. He dropped down time on target. I don't know what that was even targeting. It took so long to come down. Barrage by the double Scots. IC goes down fast. Jackson coming in behind this, pressuring the King Tiger. One more shot and that's dead. He's coming forwards for it. Oh, but some smoke might save the day. Jackson getting cold feet. Decides not to go for an attack round through the smoke. Maybe worried about losing his own Jackson. Understandable, you know, if it was like guarantees, one more shot would kill, but you know, he's got the chance of missing and bouncing, so playing it safe. Jackson will live to fight another day.
Now available in your sector.
Takes the Faust, but it's very far back, nice and safe. So say about the Scott though. Ooh, 3 anti-tank guns and the Jagdpanzer. Quick kill, at least it was the low vet Scott. Good follow up here, knocking out these decrew weapons. Conscript down out the back there. How did that happen? I guess it was from the Obers. Close range Katyusha barrage catches these Raketans. Monster shots here. One of them goes down. Jagdpanzer coming around the corner, misses the kill shot. Lucky break there for the Allies. Katyusha getting away. Goes on the back foot though. King Tiger coming back in, not fully repaired however. Oh boy, what's this Jagdpanzer doing? Driving in circles. S-35 on the rear armor, down it goes. Big misplay there by Sauron. Did manage to recover the Raketan. The King Kubel finally goes down 37 minutes into the game. Rest in peace, buddy. Propaganda coming down again. T-gun from the side on the King Tiger. He's got the range boosted up, but no AP ammo equipped. And the Kubel smoke wreck blocking the vision on the KT, so it doesn't actually take too much damage.
M8A1 is on the field.
Okay. Allies have done a pretty good job. I think they've only lost like, what, 3 VPs in the time the Axis have lost about 150, so they're doing well. Definitely stabilized. And, you know, Sauron losing that Jagdpanzer really setting himself back, with the Axis having almost no fuel control. Doesn't have many other options at the moment. He needs to just like branch out. Just send one unit over here to contest. Osmond doesn't have a T-34 at the moment, so can't easily force that away. And there we go, anti-tank guns finishing the job on the mechanized truck. Rolling forwards again, but anti-tank guns there. We've got some walking Stuka. Good damage from it. Good Katyusha barrage in return though. Raketan looks likely to die. Tiger just trying to go head to head here at the moment, but sitting in front of a lot of anti-tank. Taking a lot of damage for his trouble. This time popping the combo, take aim, and the arm piercing does a lot of damage. Jackson coming in a little bit slow on the chase, bouncing. I think he would survive one more shot anyway. Jackson going in though. Oh. Yeah, he does survive one more shot. Raketan spinning around here. Gets out of range of the Raketan. Jackson needs one more shot to connect. Rear armor hits though from the flak base and he goes down. Oh no. Bad news there for the Viper strike. The dive didn't pay off. The Jackson just so weak on the rear armor to that flak gun. Need to pop the AP ammo perhaps on the Jackson. Like when he started the chase from over here perhaps. Might have even killed it. You know, the AP ammo on the Jackson does give it 40 extra damage per shot. Kind of look like King Tiger might have died to extra 40 damage there. On top of giving himself an extra like 30-ish penetration at all ranges. Might make the difference. You've got to be careful when you time it because, you know, This is you got instantly fire after loading the AP ammo. Oh boy, double Raketans. Posmon just driving right into them. Maybe he thought there was just one back there, could disrespect them, but second one chimes in and he loses it. Maybe he's trying to bait for the Katyusha, in fact, but that gets shut down hard. So Allies taking some big losses there after a period of dominance, maybe allowing the Axis back into this game. The major artillery coming down now, and this is the high vet major artillery, so more shells. So, you know, it does manage to knock out another OKW tech truck, and that kind of limits ps3YES. He's rebuilt his mechanized truck back at base, and he's going for a walking Stuka. Sauron has a lot of resources in the bank himself. Plenty of options. Keyboard on the Jackson for Viper Strike. Damage in there from the Scots. Good retreats. Shusharaj's does end up knocking out 2 overs at least. Vet 2 on that walking Stuka now. Yeah, comes the King Tiger. Maybe Echelon going to jump on the anti-tank gun. Did get decrewed at some stage, so no more vet. Popping the armor piercing. Got the S-285 there to assist. These are pretty good hits. The walking Stuka though might be targeting this anti-tank gun. Driving into a dangerous range with that walking Stuka though. Sauron smoking the exit. Here comes the walking Stuka strike. Viper strike though, quick to dodge. It's out of harm's way with the anti-tank gun and bad scatter. Allows the machine gun to escape as well. Sauron briefly did recapture over here, but Posmon getting over there again. This is again like a situation. Could you imagine a grenade right here? These kittens probably both would have to retreat if he did. Back. 55mm artillery getting dropped down. Tiger returning to action though. Ooh! Don't see the Scots hit those kind of shots too often on moving units. Tank gun getting decreed there though. He's really trying to get on the VP, but throw some infiltration grenades on the machine gun here as well. Decent damage. Jackson a little bit low. Got the Raketin rounding the tree line. So the Raketin though targeting the Scots. The Scots firing back. Gets some big damage. And the Raketin goes down fast. Big hits there, close range. 34, maybe going to make a bit of a move. He's a little bit low on the unis. Let's get a snare off as well. 34 circling around. Tiger's not on spearhead mode, so it can rotate its turret. The time on target coming into the King Tiger's retreat path here. Goes for a ram for good measure. Gonna stun it. King Tiger slightly off to the side of the time on target, but the S-285, the Raketin's coming in to try to finish the job. King Tiger on one shot now. There it goes. So again, I think ps3YES is just a bit ambitious with the King Tiger, pushing in very deep there without enough support, and he pays the price. Can't afford to let your King Tiger get snared that deep when you're lacking support like that. Ooh, man, though. Sauron getting these monster shots in with his walking Stuka. No, actually, that was a ps3YES strike. Oh, he's gone for 2 of them. I didn't realize that. Okay. Maybe bad time to get a second one. Otherwise he'd be, you know, maybe closer at least to saving for another king tiger. It's about to tick under 200 now. Allies did lose another 5 VPs or so. Briefly there. Looks like Sauron stalling for the king tiger again. Close to achieving it. That's going to have to be good on the hardy dodges. 3 walking Stukas now. It'll be a little bit overwhelming to continuously dodge like that. Is this though almost unscathed by that first walking Stuka strike there? The booby trap coming off here, doing a lot of damage.
Supply lines have been cut.
Okay, here comes another walking Stuka strike. MG goes down to the infantry. This one a lot stronger though. Ooh, catches the machine gun right on the edge as well. Okay, here we go. Osman pushing in, does some spotting, anti-tank gun, bombing strike. Final tech truck looks likely to go down here. This is right across the map at the moment though. There goes the M20. Walking Stuka claiming that scalp. Allies have pretty much burned through all of their munition reserves though at this stage. Shusha maybe going after the artillery out the back there, I'm not entirely sure. He's getting some big hits and the airborne guards go down because of it. Oh boy, big loss. ps3YES making a bit of a flank.
On your feet, ladies.
Machine gun though covering the VP, not really focused on the fuel.
Squad, shut it. On your feet, ladies.
You can like see that long range with the excellent vision. Going to come around the far side.
Well, grab your shit and follow me.
Take a look at army sizes. You can see the Axis are actually slightly in the lead now after all those walking Stuka wipes. About to be another loss here perhaps.
We're losing a capture point.
I just have to reload. Gives a bit of a break to the Viper strike. Take a look at the KD here. You can see Cosmo pretty bad, but you know, the Soviets. Viper strike though doing pretty well. I guess these Scots have been strong performers. This one up to 28 kills. And typically you do bleed less as US forces when you're using those M1919s as well. You don't have to constantly try and close the distance. Captain going down there though.
Enemy forces have 100 points.
Stuka strike, team weapons, no dodging at all by the Allies. Big damage on these Scots as well. They're going to have to repair now. Good close range caddy barrage. Will drop down though. I wonder if Protobom's going to see that. Oh boy, double Rakitans, SU-85 on focus sight in an awful position, and down it goes. The perils of using focus sight mode right there. Boy, now the Allies are right back against it. After that period of dominance, the triple walking Stukas combined with a couple slight errors in armor control, and now they're in some big trouble. Osmano has saved up enough for another bombing strike. Going hunting for that King Tiger, looking for some ram action.
The enemy has 75 points remaining. You appear suited for command.
So the ram on the first one. King Tiger gets the kill just before he connects. Goes for the ram on the second one. Very close to the base here though. This plane should come through for some massive damage. King Tiger is penetrated by that as well. See, the bomb connects. Ooh, monster damage. Almost perfect connection from the bombing strike. Good fortune there for ps3YES getting the penetration though. I think without the penetrating hit, the King Tiger would be able to dodge away from that much more effectively. Probably wouldn't have gone down. It's about, you know, maybe like 35% chance to pin the King Tiger on the front as well, so... Oh, there we go. Monster Walking Stuka hit again. Sherman, a bit of a base inspection, hoping to catch the Walking Stukas, but they hide in the corner, catches one of them. It'll be flak bases working on his rear arm, and the Rakins are there. Oh, and he takes a main gun crit! He takes a main gun crit, so he can't finish them off. And there are like base defenses just all over this base, so thought maybe you could like back away to here and jump out, go for like a crit repair or something. No. Oh boy, main gun crits. Great stuff there. ps3YES charging ahead, misses the kill shot on the Walking Stuka. Now could go down. No anti-tank grenade, but maybe from this one. No, ps3YES is going to get away. Sauron paying attention to the VP's axis are very low on the victory points. Triple cap at the moment. They've got to get something going. Looks like they can't. Combat Engineer's going to jam the cap over here for a while. Major in the center, OKW block coming in here. Do you have sprint on these Jaeger lights? Might have even been worth just like sprinting over to here trying to get this VP back. It's actually covered by fighting position now, so that wouldn't have worked. I don't know if ps3YES knew that though. Just coming into the center, they are capping on the far side, getting the decap. Oh, calling the easy. I don't know. Is there some bad blood between these guys? They played in a previous game and got bad mannered themselves. And here we go. Oh, I wouldn't say it was easy by any stretch of the imagination, but there we go. The Allies getting it done. Horrible start though. I think just overall not making very good use of cover. Both the Allied players standing out in the open very often, just getting chopped up. Bad engagements constantly in the early game. ps3YES, I think, as well, hitting that T70. You know, even though it was late from all the resources, it was also late starting it up. It could have come out about a minute earlier, but good comeback overall. The Rams working out pretty well on average, taking down all those King Tigers. And OKW players paying the price for putting all their tech trucks on the front line. They just got nuked out of existence by the bombing strike and the time on target. And eventually they, you know, really limited the OKW players' options to how to rebuild themselves back into the game. Little Walking Stukas or triple Walking Stukas were working, doing incredible work, but wasn't enough. Allies too strong on the victory points. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like Good Game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.